I've always known for a while now that being a creator for games that latch on to the appeal of mankind's greatest treasure was a risky move. To be able to successfully parry the wave of demonetization takes great effort and sacrifice. I can talk about how much I love the design of a character, but talk about details or get too close and it's a wrap. There are also some extreme inconsistencies, like the time when I couldn't show a single inch of Cinderella's new skin, but her gacha skin was perfectly fine. I personally can't tell you in what world this is more advertisement friendly than this, but it is what it is. Okay, so before you grab an invitation to the pity party, let's get into why all this context matters. Over time, while I've had the occasional slip up, I've learned how to edit in a way so that I can show a sufficient amount without being demonetized or flagged for mature content. It's been a tiring process, but things have relatively smoothed out. In other words, it feels like I have some control over my relationship with the overlords and their advertising friends. With this new update that rolled out a few weeks ago and the implementation of restricted mode, it feels like all that control has been lost. That relationship was just all a sham, as we expected. As pointed out by my good friend Isaac, turn on restricted mode and nearly every single video I made this year disappears into the void. All the Nikke content is gone, as if there was never any in the first place. 10 months of work all frozen solid. This made me realize that I can't be alone. My Arknight's videos are somehow intact from all that time ago, but all the more raunchy stuff has been absolutely obliterated. Even simple lore videos that include barely any lewd tones have been shot in the barn. I thought my fellow Nikke content creators must be going through a similar process, a building pain that kills all motivation to create more for this game. It's that want to show off a character, but due to Nikke's core design philosophy, the overlords wave a finger in your face. Of course, Nikke is surely not the only victim in this experiment. I'm sure similar games like Azure Lane have also been blacklisted. At a time when Nikke content creators were already becoming an endangered species, some notable creators either pieced the f*** out or have had a deteriorating upload schedule, this anti-creator update damns the rest of us into outer darkness. Who in the right mind is going to create anything for this game now when upon release it gets thrown into the ocean with an anchor? You're much better off creating drama slop, rage bait, and other world peace-making content. Not only are you doing your very best to find the balance of showing off the game's beauty and keeping yourself monetized, you're also fighting demons that you don't know anything about. Why are all these videos restricted? None of them have been flagged or anything. There hasn't been a single string of information that explains the process. This is the ultimate motivation killer. It's the what's the point that hangs off the ceiling in your mind. While it seems as there is no immediate remedy, there are a couple of options this channel takes going forward. Number 1, we continue down this path and hope things get better slowly over time. It's a hurdle, but hopefully with the behemoth of complaints from both creators and gacha companies, the overlords will reverse their decision, or at the very least, make it better and non-destructive. Number 2, we change up the content drastically. We still talk about Nikke, but my signature comments about boob veins will be completely eliminated. All characters and still images will be censored down to the very fabric of the stockings, and some series will be put on an indefinite hold because of their lewd nature. To somewhat compensate, I will upload an uncensored version of such videos to my Patreon, which I've already started doing. Number 3, we take a break. We realize there are points in time where breaks are necessary, and in my 4+ years of creating, I've never taken a break that lasted over a month. I don't know if I could take a true break, so instead of videos, I would just stream. And number 4, we transcend the realm of YouTube and move fully into utilizing that dusty business degree I got a century ago. I'll start a company, like some gacha-themed cafe, fail miserably because I can't get any IP partnerships from overseas, go bankrupt, and fade into the wilderness, which is synonymous to returning to YouTube and a dead-end job. Okay guys, pity party is over. Let's talk about stuff that doesn't make me want to Minecraft myself. Despite me making a video like this for the first time ever and not knowing which option I'm going to go with, I'm actually quite hopeful for the future. I literally have some of the best fans I could even ask for. In fact, some of you are a little too wholesome for a channel like mine. The amount of times I get something wrong in a video, like a crucial lore piece or just straight up misinformation, I get a gang of comments constructively giving me criticism while confessing that they wink off to my voice. It's very flattering and I appreciate it. Seriously, it's great that some of you guys are genuinely funny, but only if you were all girls instead of dudes. Nikke content can't die on this hill. Not yet, at least. There are so many exciting things that are approaching the horizon, and we just got to a pinnacle point in the lore. Once the devs can push out the last bit of QOL updates, they can finally start to focus on improving the core of the game. That could be more consistent writing, newer and better game modes, and better gacha skins. What I'm saying is, to the smaller creators out there, you're either perfectly fine and this situation didn't affect you at all because of how it seems to be selective, or it's been devastating and the weakening growth is spelling out the word quit. Don't quit. If it's destroying your mental health, then that's a different story. I want to reassure, however, that things are bound to get better. I suspect there are massive corporations that are filing complaints as we speak. Tencent, for example, the grandparent of Nikke, because the YouTube channels of their Gooner games are also likely caught in the crossfire. I can't imagine the director of Nikke who told Sony to fuck off with the regional restrictions in Stellar Blade would sit back and let this all happen. I know we all have our own opinions about this guy, but this stunt was pulled off with his help, nothing short of a miracle. So, Mr. Kim Nim, holy shit, I'm once again asking you for your help. If you can get a titan like Tencent to file a complaint, then we have nothing to worry about. Outside of half-jokingly praying to company CEOs, there are other movements to be hopeful for. Massive YouTubers, including the drama slop ones, are calling out the BS. With this conglomerate of creators protesting in their respective ways, there's no chance YouTube isn't in the board meeting right now, even if figurative. There's every reason to keep going, to keep fighting. I'm basically talking to a mirror right now. Like I said, it's been brutal. Most of all, I'm encouraging smaller creators to keep doing their thing. Not because I want to look like a good guy that takes care of local orphans, but for a much more selfish reason. The more creators we have, the more Nikke becomes mainstream. Thus, the higher chance my channel gets found in the algorithm. In short, we sustain an ecosystem in which we all benefit from. Definitely sounds like something a scammer would say, and you're right to think that. So, get scammed. But more importantly, don't stop now. At least hold on until 3rd anniversary. Hopefully, this is the most depressing video I'll make this year, or ever. Again, check out the Patreon. It's the best time to see what I'm cooking, and it's only going to grow from here on out. Thank you to all those that have already supported in your own ways. I won't stop as long as you're here.